Hey folks, back with another video. Today I'm excited to check out the updates for this device right here. The Sony FutureLab program Concept N has a new update that allows phone call functionality. And to get to that phone call functionality is a little bit different than just updating the software on your phone, so I figured I would show it to you. Just the steps to get to the phone call functionality and then a demo call. So I'm going to get right to it and just hit open. Obviously, before you open the application, if you haven't updated, you'll want to go ahead and update the N application on your smartphone. So the three tabs of FutureLab Program N look exactly the same. You've got the status, you've got segments. Pay no attention to the debug segment at the top. That's just a segment that I created. I'm actually going to make a video on how to create a segment sometime in the future. All of the other functionality here is exactly the same as I scroll through it. And then your timeline is exactly the same as what you've had in the past. And then hitting that little 3-bar menu button at the top right there, bringing up settings, music source, tutorial, initial setup, and help guide, again, looks exactly the same. But if you click on help guide, just as an example, and you scroll down, the new feature for phone calls does appear. So phone calls, it says receiving a call, making a call, and notice for a call. If we click on receiving a call, it says, of course, perform initial setup and phone call settings on the FutureLab Program N device. And the first thing that it says is make sure that use phone function call function is set to on. So we need to go back into the settings and see where use call function is. So under settings here, there's a new functionality there that says call function. Let's click on that. And you'll notice that the options are grayed out. If we click on that button, it says connect the N device to your computer to download the updated software that offers this function. That's something we didn't check out. Let's go back, scroll down in settings, and click on FLN01 software update. Strangely enough, it says I'm using the latest software, but I can guarantee you there is new software available on the website. So if we go out to the Sony Concept N FLP website, it actually does show a new software update. What I'm going to do right now is take my N device using the same USB port that we charge it from right here, and I'm going to plug it into my PC using a micro USB cable, something that some of you probably do on a regular basis when you're charging the N device. The unfortunate thing is needing to use a computer is something that we haven't had to do so far with the FLN01, outside of course, to get to the DCIM directory or the music directory or the log directory to pull off or change music or change photos. So if you haven't used that functionality, you've never potentially plugged in the device to a computer. You absolutely do need a computer at this point to install this new software. So I'm going to stop the video for a moment, get set up so I can show you exactly how to do that. Alright, so I'm back, and the Sony FutureLab website, of course, you've got the beautiful picture of the Golden Gate Bridge here, since the program has only been based in the San Francisco Bay Area thus far. The website address is www.futurelab.sony.net/n. You've probably been here at least once since you own the device, but I wanted to go out to the website, and I'm going to do exactly what I would do to update this device. I have not yet updated my device, which is why it wouldn't let me get to that call functionality. But let's scroll all the way down on the website, past everything. And all the way at the bottom of the website, there are a couple of buttons. The one we're going to click is marked Support. Going to that support website there, it should display the electronic support section for Future Lab Program NFLN01. If it doesn't, you can actually just go out to esupport.sony.com, type in this Find Your Model Number FL-N01, and it'll pull up this exact same section. So we're going to select the end device here, and it gives you 4 sections: How to and Troubleshooting, Drivers and Software, Manuals, Specs and Warranty, and News and Alerts. So the one that we want is Drivers and Software. And it says improve the performance of your product with fixes and new features by installing the latest updates. And if you scroll down, there is a system software update here. Strangely enough, it says that it adds the support for the phone call functionality, prevents the photo shutter sound from pausing music, adds a stop option by long pressing the voice input button, provides a disable enable function for activity log, and resolves software bugs. My favorite software bug among them. So we'll go ahead and click download now. Then we have to accept an agreement. And it's downloading. This is a sizable update. It is 516 megabytes. So it's going to take a few minutes for it to download on my PC. I'll be back in just a moment once it has downloaded, and we'll move on to the next step, which is actually updating the device. Alright, so it's almost done downloading. The next step is, how do we get it to update the device? So again, back on that system software update page where it said what does this do, if we scroll down, first thing it says is to check if you need the update, which it says if it says that you're on the current version, you might not need the software, but you can actually check the version in the software by scrolling down to the General section in Settings. If it does not say FLN01 1.20 or higher, then you need the update. Right at the time that I'm making this video, no one has that update unless you've already updated your device this morning. So check to see if you need the update before you put the update on the device. And then the important notes: after performing this update, you cannot revert back to a previous version of the system software. So if you're set on the older version of the software, please don't do this update, but you will not have that call functionality. You also won't have any of the bug fixes that came out in today's release. And then very simple instructions here. You download the updates.zip file, which I have now done. It is complete. You power on the end device, connect it to the computer, which I've already done. You saw that earlier. You drag that drag that zip file into the root folder. So we're going to do that right this minute. So if we go to my downloads folder, and we'll copy that. Go to the FLN01 folder and paste it. So that's the other thing. You want to make sure that you have at least, say, 700 megabytes free on the end device. So if you carry a lot of music, carry a lot of pictures that you've taken or video that you've taken, offload some of that material from the device first. Otherwise, this could run into some problems. You have to have enough free space for this process to take place. It's almost done copying. And next, you just simply take the end device and unplug it. So it's now disconnected from the computer.
USB disconnected.
As you can hear.
Battery level is 94%.
So in my case, the battery level is 94%. It should now connect back to my phone device.
Bluetooth connected.
Yeah, there it goes. And the next
Start
step...
personalized radio and guest mode. Sign in from your smartphone app to enjoy full features.
The next step is to hold both the custom button right here and the voice input button for about 10 seconds. The device will vibrate. Hopefully. Maybe I did that in the wrong direction here. Hold on, let's try again. There it is.
System will update. Don't turn the power off.
So it said system will update, don't turn the power off if you didn't hear that. And you'll see that it's glowing a completely different color, red, right now, which we don't usually see with this device. Now, it's going to cycle from red to blue to green. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes according to this software update validation page here. So the directions indicate it's going to take 5 to 10 minutes. I don't think you want to watch 5 to 10 minutes of a glowing red LED. So I'm going to go ahead and put this aside. And I'm just going to scroll down and show you how to update, verify on the end device, which we'll be doing in just a moment. Looks like it's already started flashing white, so maybe we don't have to wait 5 to 10 minutes. No, it's back to red. I'll let it go ahead and continue that update. But what we're going to do next is just, again, we have the Bluetooth connection to our phone. Tap on that menu, look under General, and see if the end device lists software version 1.2.0. So I'll go ahead and stop the video here, and I'll be back in just a moment once everything has installed. Alright, so my end device is rebooting.
Battery level is 89%. Update successful. Bluetooth connected.
So you'll notice it said that
Start personalized radio and guest mode.
update
Sign
successful.
in from your smartphone app to enjoy full features.
So again, it did go through red, blue, and green as the LED lights, where it flashed for a minute or so for each. Then it switched back to the standard white that we're used to seeing, and rebooted the device. So my device should now be successfully updated. We'll just check in the application like it said to do. And the other piece is, now that you've updated the device, you can safely remove that updates.zip file. I'm not going to do that in the interest of time right now, but if we go into settings and scroll down to FLN01 information, click on that, then click on software version. You'll see that I do now have version 1.2 2.0. And if we go into call function now, you'll notice that it does indeed not have grayed out buttons. It says read out a caller name and use the call function. So if we go ahead and click on that right there, the very important thing is this is completely a beta test. So it calls out right here, we're releasing this phone call functionality in response to feedback, but they can't fully develop the solution in time for the end program to end. So there's going to be some potential issues. They talk about the workaround for one of those issues is you might not be able to hear the voice of the other person on the other end of the line clearly. In that case, you may need to hang up and make that call again. So we'll go ahead and hit OK. And the next step, it says, is to restart my end device to enable this functionality. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Again, you don't really need to see that, I don't think. So we'll hit OK, and I'll go ahead and restart the end device. Maybe we'll make or receive some phone calls. Okay, so my end device has rebooted. It's just ready to go, hopefully. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and make a call. I didn't want to show people's phone numbers for confidential reasons, so I've taken the phone screen sharing off of the screen. But trust me, all I'm doing is going into my normal phone icon on my phone, and I'm going to call someone. Hi, can you give me a quick call back?
Sure.
So again, to turn off the call, all I did was hit the voice button that you'd normally hit to either engage Nigel or stop a segment or what have you. And to answer a call, you hit that same button. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for calling. I'm going to go ahead and hang up now.
Bye-bye.
So you might not have been able to hear the caller very clearly, but I could using the end device. Of course, the speakers go up toward my head. I tried to tilt forward a bit so that you could hear it. But both making a call, which you actually do have to use your phone. You can't just say the passphrase and then make a call or call a certain person or anything of that nature. But making the call with the phone, you can hear it clearly just like you would have a Bluetooth headset. And receiving a call, you can answer using the end device by pressing the voice button. And the clarity for me was very good, but again, they did note that you may have some issues hearing the other party. If that's the case, just hang up and call them back. Beta software on a prototype device, so please don't expect more than that from it. That's about it as far as the call features. It is not the right time to test my favorite feature, but another thing that should be fixed in the software release is where it would say 9:05 a.m. it should now say 9:05 a.m. So I'm very happy to see that as well. Hope this video helps some folks. I'll be back with more end content videos in the future. I should have one coming up in the near future, probably within the next couple of weeks, that goes over how to create your own segment. It's going to be very, very, very remedial. I'll go ahead and just do a demo of my test segment. I created this before I went in for my one-on-one session with Kengo and Angie. Check test greeting.
The function is not supported.
Oops, sorry. Start test greeting.
The function is not supported.
Wow. Let me go back into my device and enable the function. That is the problem. apparently my segment, oh wow, it's actually not working. So maybe the software update caused that to stop working, so I can't share my debug segment, but hope you enjoyed the video. I will figure out how to make that work again. Make some calls on your end device and enjoy it. And I'll talk to you next time.